So, yesterday, I tweeted. I know, weird. I tweeted this. Streamers who are struggling to grow, what different methods do you use to try and grow your stream? How much time do you spend? What's working and what's not? And I wanted to just kind of have some conversations and see, you know, how people were doing and what things were missing. And then, you know, I took the time to go through and respond to some people and kind of like take a look at people's channels and just do like some quick assessments. Now, I'm not going to show the conversation that I had, but I did have one conversation that was like really like infuriating, I guess. So I'm gonna go through that conversation, and then we'll talk about we'll go through everyone else's tweets and talk about that. Let's see if I can find it here in the thread. You might see your response. I haven't had a chance to read all these either, so I'll be reading a lot of these for the first time. That's way down here. I'm gonna downvote it. Okay. Okay, so someone responded to me and said, you know, I was asking how they're doing. They said, been posting Insta Reels and TikToks for over a year now and see pretty much no growth. Each one gets about 200 views and 2 likes, almost no new followers. Same thing for Twitter and Facebook clips. Been streaming daily since 2014. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I said, I took a look at their profile and spent some time, some of my valuable time to go through and just look for some glaring issues for why they're not growing. So I said, right now you're a bit all over the place with your game selection. That's gonna make it difficult to target an audience. And your bio is too generic. Be more descriptive about what you and your content are beyond just being a streamer or Twitch affiliate. That doesn't distinguish you. And their response to that was, I'm gonna play what I want when I want. When I decide who I'm going to watch, I pick based on the person, not the game. Okay. So I replied, you just said you've been streaming for 8 years and don't know what you're doing wrong. I'm telling you what you're doing wrong. And their response was, not growing a community because of my bio is one of the stupidest things I've heard yet. Let me tell you, chat. Let me tell you, chat. I don't know what came over me. I don't know if I'm a better person now, if I've ascended, or maybe I just had a one-time moment of strength, but I replied nicely to this tweet. I know. After this whole conversation, I was the bigger person and I was actually nice because I wanted to own them so bad. I wanted to own them so bad. But I said, it's okay. We all have to start somewhere with learning how to grow a stream. Marketing is definitely one of those learned skills. I know, because by saying that not growing a community because of my bio is one of the stupidest things yet, you're basically admitting that you are doing something really stupid. And you probably feel embarrassed. And so I'm here to help you and say, hey, you know what? Don't feel stupid, okay? Yeah, I mean, what your mistake is yeah, I mean, pretty glaringly bad, at least to me. But hey, don't put yourself down. Don't call yourself stupid, all right? We all have to start somewhere, right? the thing that frustrates me about this conversation is this person replied to me. I didn't go and find them and start giving them unsolicited advice. This person replied to me and said they've been streaming for 8 years. That's as much as I've been streaming. And they're struggling to grow. I looked them up. I looked up their viewership and they average 1 viewer. And I looked at their average viewership for the last 365 days, and their average is 1 viewer. They have been streaming daily for 8 years to 1 viewer. Okay? With any skill, with any hobby, if you are not succeeding at something for a certain period of time, I think for some people, it's usually like maybe months, maybe a year. If you're doing something and not getting better, isn't that a sign that maybe you should stop and evaluate and maybe go and try to learn something? Like, isn't that, I don't know how these people function. I don't know what goes on in the mind of someone who has this mindset. You've been streaming for 8 years to 1 viewer, and you haven't at any point decided to try to like reevaluate what you're doing or try to go and learn. And when you are offered advice, free advice personalized to you and your needs from someone who has had about 200 times more success than you and has dedicated their career to helping others and has proven success helping others get better, and you're going to dismiss my advice? You're going to dismiss any advice that I give you and say, no, I'm going to play what I want when I want? Then don't complain about not growing. Then don't complain about having 1 viewer for 8 years. You will stream the rest of your life every single day, 24/7 to 1 viewer because of your mindset, because of the way you're treating streaming, the way that you are acting right now, okay? You don't deserve my help. I almost blocked this person. Because I said, why am I wasting my time? They don't deserve to learn. I am providing free advice here and taking time to respond to them, and they are dismissing my advice. You will never grow then. That's it. You're wasting an opportunity, okay? I just can't understand who you are to be someone who has had 0 success for almost a full decade, to look at someone who is literally doing this professionally to provide and help people, and you're saying no, you're wrong. You basically are saying that I'm wrong, and I'm not wrong. Can anyone relate to this conversation? Like, has anyone been streaming or doing something for so long with no success and then just doesn't listen to the help that they get? Tell me, please explain. Please, someone help me understand, because to me, I was like, their first response, I'm gonna play what I want when I want. Okay, then you're not going to grow. You're not. I'm sorry, that's a fact. You cannot play Warzone one day, League of Legends the next day, and then Overwatch the third day. You're just never going to grow. You have had 1 viewer for 8 years, okay? I have had more than that for 8 years. I know what I'm talking about. It applies to so many things. If you're trying to become an artist and you can do no better than drawing Lowco okay, get the Lowco okays in chat. You can't draw any better than that for, I don't know, 8 years seems like very excessive to not get better at something. I would say, okay, I need to learn. I'm not getting any better. I need to do something. Something needs to change. Something needs to change. But this is the type of person, I don't know this person, I'm not saying personally, but this is the type of person who blames women and boobs for stealing viewers. Twitch is supposed to be about gaming, and Twitch has changed. Discoverability sucks, and Twitch isn't doing anything to support small streamers. You know, I like that's, they're always blaming other people. It's rigged. It's against, everything's against me. It's the platform. It's you. It's that. It's this. It's that. It's never looking at yourself and looking at what you're doing wrong. And I don't know. I feel sad. I feel sad. And you know, again, if you're streaming for a long time to one viewer and you're not having success, I'm not saying anyone who's been streaming for a long time not having success is like a loser. But if you are not trying to learn, if you're not spending any time learning, then you're wasting your own time. You're just completely wasting time. You cannot brute force success on this platform. As with any skill, with any career, you just cannot brute force it and stream 24/7. It's gonna work out. That's just not how that works. This is an art. It's a craft. It's just not the right path. There's so many ways to learn. Follow me on Twitter. Watch my TikToks. I mean, those take minutes a day to start learning. Okay, go to solarstream.gg. I built an entire website that will teach you everything you need to learn about streaming and get better. I have literally taught people things personally and brought those lessons into the stream into the site because I've seen them work for other people. Like, I am giving you these resources, and I feel like, to me, I feel very discouraged when I see this. When I see small streamers who like are struggling, but they don't want to learn, they don't want to help themselves, they don't want to get better. I just don't know what kind of mindset you have to be to really act that way, to think that this is just going to work out eventually if you keep doing it and for 8 freaking years to one viewer. Like, no, you're doing something wrong. Like, take the time to educate yourself. Like, just again, carve it out in your day. Like, spend a few minutes each day learning something new. Go tackle one of the courses, take some notes, apply what you've learned. Like, it is something that you have to learn. You have to make an effort to educate yourself. You know, like, there's so many great resources out there, also, like YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. I mean, there's so much information out there, and I have done a lot to like try to simplify the process and put it all in one space. Shouldn't feel discouraged. You're helping people every day. You're doing good things. It's on those people to accept the help and make it work. I know, but I just feel like I see so many people that are just like, they'd rather just complain and blame others, and you can't learn if you already think you're right about everything. And so let me talk about the bio, because this person's bio is gamer, editor, YouTuber, streamer, Twitch affiliate. If you're listening right now and that resonates with your bio, change it immediately. That is so generic. That is not doing you anything. That is not how you market yourself. There are 9 million streamers on Twitch. There's tons more YouTubers and editors and gamers. Like, that is the most generic bio ever. Okay. Saying to change your bio is actually more important than you realize. Your bio, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, even stream, even on Twitch, below the stream, there you have an opportunity to include a bio. If you're using generic terms when you do that, you're not really doing a good job of explaining to people what you're all about. Now, when I hover on Twitter, when you hover over someone's name, you read their bio. It's a very prominent location. It's above the fold. When someone is checking out for the first time, you have seconds to get them to understand who you are, what you're all about, and convince them to stay. Now, if I see that you're a YouTuber and a Twitch affiliate, that does nothing for me. That is not enticing or interesting at all. That's boring. It's very plain. So use your bio to include descriptive words. What is your content all about? What do you do? Who are you? What's interesting? You have a few keywords, a few moments to gain someone's attention. So make your bio interesting and catchy. Use it to be descriptive. Use what's your vibe when people go to the stream. You know, what kind of content do you do? Be more specific, get down to it. I always use myself as an example for creating a good bio, like using your avatar too, to have like a good clean headshot or a logo, your header space too. You know, if I go over to my Twitter here, this is the first thing people look at. Okay. Now, when you hover over someone's thing, that's where you see their bio. You don't even get to see their tweets, right? People will make a determination whether they're going to follow you or not based on this. Okay. So it is actually important for growing. You know, if you're looking to market yourself and grow your stream. So if you go here, you see instantly Twitch partner providing insight and advice on streaming at twitch.tv/Lowco, CEO of Streamer Square Solar Stream, business email and bio, boom, 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 link tree. Boom. Someone in just a second can understand exactly what I'm about, exactly what they're going to get when they come here, when they land here on my Twitter, when they go to my Twitch channel, when they go to my YouTube or TikTok. It all connects. It doesn't just say that I'm a Twitch partner and I stream. No one cares. Okay? So it may seem like a really small thing to update your bio, but take a look at your profile, whether it's TikTok or Twitter or whatnot. Look at your profile. Is it interesting? Do people understand what you're doing? Does it look like you're taking streaming or content creation seriously too? Like, I mean, if your profile picture is like a blurry, dark picture of you, or like a picture of like a dog in the grass or something, like that just comes off as like you don't really care about what you're doing. And having a professional look, having, you know, consistent branding, again, a clean picture of your face or an avatar, I mean, that just gives the impression that you're taking this seriously, and people like that. Like, viewers like that. Viewers want to watch someone that's committed to the craft, and it shows that there's going to be probably an expected level of quality with what you're doing. Now, what I mean by that is I'm not saying, oh, like you have to like be full time and go and be try hard. No, but like you do have to have some basic levels of like checking the quality of your stream and having everything look to be a decent quality, like you've put effort behind it. Because again, people just want someone who has put some effort behind it. No one really wants to watch people in the dark, slouching, not talking, just like mashing and not saying anything for like 20 minutes at a time. You know, they want to watch someone who's going to entertain them. And having solid branding helps to paint the picture that you are going to entertain them and do a pretty decent job. You know, it's one step in the direction of getting someone to your stream. And that's your goal, right? As a streamer, you want people to go to your stream, right? So you need people to be convinced to come, because why the hell would I click on your random stream that has no description, no graphics, no information, go and watch your video, and then spend time watching your stream and waiting for you to maybe say something? No one wants to spend that much time. There's an infinite amount of content available for consumers. And so your job as a streamer, as a creator, is to make it as easy as possible, as simple and straightforward and overt as possible for people to understand what they're getting when they come to your channel. That's why clips are so great. That's why posting clips on Twitter and TikTok is such a great tool, because it's bite-sized content. It's very low effort, right? If you can watch 20-30 seconds of a clip, and now you have a much better idea of what you're going to get from stream. It's a low ask piece of content that will get people over time more interested in the long-term content, which is streaming. Streaming in and of itself is not appealing to get a user invested in. So this is why using Twitter and posting bite-sized content, sharing your personality on Twitter as well, is super, super important. Why should I put effort in watching someone who doesn't put effort in telling me what they're about? Exactly. You just can't, can't expect people to invest time in you. You just can't expect that. I think that streamers like really expect that viewers are gonna spend a lot of time really getting into their stuff instantly. It's like, no, you gotta make it, you gotta spoon feed them your content, like in bite-sized pieces. You gotta spoon feed them who you are and what you're all about. Make it so easy. The easier you make it, the more successful you're gonna be at getting those people over. So yeah, it seems kind of silly that your Twitter bio can make a difference, but it does. It does make a difference. And it also, it's a really low effort thing to do to change your bio and to make it better. It's really like, if you can't change the words on your bio and you're saying, that's stupid, I'm not gonna do that, then you're just hopeless at that point. Like of all the things of rebranding and getting new graphics and creating clips and posting them, of all the things that you can do to market yourself, having like just a good first impression is the most important and one of the more easier things that you can do with your own time. Take some time to identify your brand. You know, I've listed some examples, but what kind of games do you play? Are you an FPS streamer? Are you, you know, like a Sims, like a, you know, you like sim games or strategy games? Like what kind of games do you usually play? Now, if you can't just decide on, if you say variety streamer, then again, you're too broad. A lot of people use the term variety streamer, and that is way too broad nowadays. Back then, you could get away, like back in 2014 when I started, you could definitely be a variety streamer because there's only like 100 streamers on the platform. But these days, variety streaming means nothing. Everyone is a variety streamer. It doesn't, like, again, it's one of those things that is too broad, doesn't do anything to tell people what you're about. And if you are variety streaming and you're not growing, that's one of the big reasons why. Game selection is super important. It's one of the most important things that you can control on Twitch when it comes to discoverability. If you're bouncing around so many genres, you're not going to be able to find an established target audience. If I like watching someone, if I like Animal Crossing, and I go and watch someone play Animal Crossing, and I'm like feeling the stream, I'm like, this is pretty cool. All right, I'm enjoying this. And I hit the follow button, and I'm like, okay, they're streaming tomorrow, I'm gonna come back. And the next day they're playing League of Legends. The likelihood that that someone's gonna come back, yeah, there might be an overlap. Like someone who likes Animal Crossing, maybe there's a chance to like League of Legends. But that's not a big overlap, okay? Not many people are going to have that overlap. Now, if you play Animal Crossing and then the next day you play Stardew Valley, okay, that has more overlap, right? Like you're getting the same kind of idea. You don't have to stick to one single game, but you do have to, if you want to grow, the best thing you can do is kind of pick like a niche to get into. You know, if you're really into, like, you know, I don't know, if you're really into shooters, you're gonna want to stick into that realm, like battle royale games. If you play a lot of PUBG, you're gonna want to check out Super People. You know, you want to stick with those games. Because what you want to do over time is you want to build loyalty and you want to get people to come back for you. But it is very naive to assume that anyone who's watching you right now is here because of you as a person. That is especially if they're new to your channel, that is super, super naive to think. That loyalty gets built up over time, okay? And even streamers who, let's say they get 500 viewers playing Animal Crossing, and for once they're like, all right, I want to play Elden Ring, I'm so excited. They're going to get a chunk of viewership loss. Now, their baseline will be, you know, they're not going to be at 0 viewers. They'll probably have a, you know, maybe a couple hundred viewers, but it's not going to be at the same level, right? And that just goes to show you the lack of overlap. And those people that do show up for you, they are there for you, which is nice. That feels good, right? But that takes a lot of time to build up. That's not just, oh, I'm all of a sudden I hit the follow button does not equal I'm committed to you. I'm watching you no matter what. I'm watching everything you do. I'm here all the time. I'm going to be here 24/7. I'm going to watch every single stream. I'm going to mod for you, blah, 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 blah. That's not going to happen. Again, viewers are more fickle even now than they were years ago, because there's so much great content out there. There's so many streamers doing everything, and there's a lot of great high quality streams. You know, there's a lot of people just doing, so if I'm playing Elden Ring and you don't want to watch that because you don't want spoilers or you don't like the game, you can go watch someone play something you want to watch, and you have a good like second option. You probably have a very solid second option. Oh, we got some roly-polies in chat. We got roly-polies. We got, oh, that's a good view of the roly-polies. Roly-polies are happening. They're happening. That was great. He's rolling around. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Booker. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a nice little nap. What a nice little nap time. I mean, let's be honest. Everyone is here for Booker anyways, you know. Where is he? Where is he going? Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a stretchy boy. He is doing some serious roly-polies right now. I mean, this is I think the best roly-poly action we've gotten in a long time. Good job, Booker. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. It's honestly a very good point, to be honest. Viewers probably have 2 or 3 solid options to watch Streamer Rise. Yeah. Yeah, so, nowadays, yeah, you do have to choose what you want to play, what you stream. You can't just play what you want. You should play what you want, but not anything that you want, if that makes sense. Like, you should always like what you're playing and have a good time, because people will be able to tell if you're not. But you can't just play whatever you want whenever you want all over the place. I mean, if you don't want anyone to watch you, you want one viewer for 8 years, then why are you even streaming? I think that everyone wants to grow. Like, maybe not everyone wants to be a full-time streamer or wants to get, you know, maybe people are kind of comfortable where they're at. They don't want to grow too much. But everyone wants to grow their stream a bit, you know? So you can either be ignorant to the methods to grow, or you can hunker down and take some time to learn and make just smarter decisions. I mean, I have helped so many people, you know, with just making better decisions. I literally wrote a course about game selection and content selection. And I in the course, I include a case study of someone who plays like role-playing games and was going to play an MMO when it launched, Amazon's New World, and they were gonna go do that, and I said, no, don't do that. Stick with your game, because it's gonna open up, because all of the streamers that are above you, who you're friends with, who you say is gonna play, they're gonna go, and that's gonna open up the category for you. And when they stayed, their viewership tripled, and they became partner a few months later, because of that one critical decision of choosing the right game and sticking with their niche. Game selection can really make a difference. So to be like, I'm just gonna play whatever I want, I'm gonna do whatever. Okay, well, fine. You're not gonna grow, and that's just a fact. Streaming a brand new game, tried it once and then never again. Yeah, it's definitely tough to stream brand new games. Change is hard. A lot of people may want to keep hitting their head against the wall. I just don't understand that, though. Yeah, Maddie, like, I just don't understand that, because, like, how can you, like, complain about not growing and then not take advice that will help you grow? It's just like, bro, like, it just hurt. It hurt my soul. Made me question, like, am I wasting my time? I don't know, man. About streaming one and only game, will that restrict growth, you think? Well, it depends on the game. You're going to, like, if you play a game that has like a small pool of viewers, you are gonna get some growth, but then you're gonna hit the ceiling. If you get to the point where you're the top streamer in that game, But like, unless you're in a game where it's like, you know, you're getting 1,000+ viewers, you're probably set. But you know, if you're the top streamer, but you're getting like 20, 30 viewers, then it's time to find something new. And not, I don't mean completely forget the game that's gotten you this far, but it means you got to start bringing in a new audience to hit your next level. The Order of Dylan is a great example of this. He was playing Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, and he grew a lot. He grew to like 20, 30 viewers, and to the point where he was at the top of the category when he was playing. And you know, he had to get to he basically was like, I need to move on. It's impossible to grow. I've seen everyone who's in this category who watches this category, and so he switched to Knockout City, which was a new game. He became a Knockout City partner, and then started averaging 70+ viewers. Ended up getting partnered, and now he's doing the switch again because Knockout City again. He's reaching that plateau, and so he's moving on to new games. It's like we said at the start of the stream, Lowco, sometimes people just want to complain to vent and not have people provide solutions. Yeah, but like, then just don't respond, I guess. Like, don't say I'm not gonna listen to that. Like, don't dismiss my advice. Like, I think people really just want to play what they want because a lot of people get into streaming so they can make money doing what they want, not having to conform and do what they will make them grow. But I mean, you do what you want, but then if you only have one viewer, you're not going to make any money. You're not even going to be affiliate. Once you hit the top of the category, you need to move on. Are you wasting time with that person? Probably. Are you wasting time with the community as a whole? I don't believe that for a second. I hope that I can impact more people, and that's why, you know, I wanted to make Solar Stream, because I can only talk so much and teach so much at a time, and also do only so many one-on-ones. If I can build a resource that people can go to on their own time, you know, I hope that that resource can impact more and more people. Maybe don't respond to an advice thread asking for advice if you don't want to hear hard advice. I know you're probably right, but I really want to be a variety streamer. How can I grow while playing multiple games is what she should have said. Yeah. Right, Maddie? Right? Like, I didn't go and seek you out, dude. You went and found me and decided to do this. Hey, thanks, Kuro. Who's to say that the record execs know what's right for the average musician? Maybe the quality of the music is more important than the contract sucking the life out of the artist. Are you saying that I'm the record executive? Because I am a musician. Okay? I am a musician who has taken what I've learned, and I've sold some records. Alright? I've done a pretty good job of making music and selling records. I mean, have you heard me sing? And I'm teaching what I know. I understand. I understand the space very well. If you don't believe me and my success, then, you know, I can reference you people who I've helped. Like the example I just talked about of that person who I consulted with. Maybe taking that a bit personally, it's more about the known growth methods that may not be right for everyone. Playing whatever you want whenever you want will not grow your stream, okay? It will not grow your stream. That is not how it works these days, and I can't think of a single example where that's gonna work. That's a fact. That's not a case-by-case basis. That is a fact. Okay. Unless, you know, I mean, even someone like Co Carnage, who you would say, oh, he plays what he wants when he wants. No. Oh, yeah, Maddie, exactly. Let's use Co Carnage as an example here. Co Carnage, if you said that to Co Carnage, he'd probably lose his mind, because Co Carnage is someone who takes game selection extremely seriously. if you say that, you're basically dismissing all of the work and thought that he puts into choosing what games to play and when. Yes, does he have a lot more flexibility? Yes, he does. Absolutely. But he did not get where he was playing whatever he wanted when he wanted. He had a very strict schedule. He did a lot of meticulous planning and still does choose what games are best to play and when. Even now, he still has a schedule. He does 1 or 2 streams a day. You know, it didn't work that well then. Granted, you could be way more variety then. You have to be way more deliberate and specific now, but yeah, even CoCarnage practices game selection, guys. The person just wants the fast express train to success, so it wasn't the advice he expected. I don't think that's true, because he's been streaming for 8 years to one person, to one average viewer for 8 years. I don't think that's the fast track, and that's what blows my mind. The fast track is education and learning. It's slowing down and learning, and it is going to be faster than hashtag support small streamers, tagging retweet bots, streaming 24/7, playing whatever you want whenever you want. Like, it so frustrates me to see people do this for years. They'll just do these tactics for years. Follow for follow, host for host. None of this crap will work. It does not work.